When I left school in 1995, I trained to be a chef, and the biggest mistake I made was not researching into what the job actually paid, the wages or career structure. Now, I just want to say I'm not a career advisor. I don't have any qualifications in, career advice or anything like that. But I'm just sharing with you my own personal experience, so other people don't make the same mistake. Now, if I'd known how bad the money was in catering, I would never have gone into it. A few people did try and warn me that it was really hard work and it was quite stressful, but being, 15, naive, I didn't listen. I thought I'd know best. Anyway, I went into it. I absolutely hated it. I kind of got trapped in it. Now, bear in mind, I left school, a long time ago. We didn't have smartphones then. Now, thanks to technology, touch of a button, you can find out pretty much anything in a few seconds, and it's a lot easier. Back then, you had to rely on other people telling you or do a lot of manual research yourself. Now, I know people say money isn't important, but let's be real here, okay? We're living in a place, a world where the cost of living is sky high. If you go into a career that is very low paid, you are going to struggle, okay? I struggled for 10 years in catering. I could barely afford to run a car. There was no way I'd never be able to afford my own home. I was living in a shared house, paying, £300 a month for a room. And that was my life. I was stuck in that cycle because I couldn't save, and I couldn't afford to better myself. The only way I could do it was to change careers, which eventually I did in my late 20s. But it is a trap, some jobs are a trap puncher in them, because if you're working long hours and you're working evenings and weekends, going back to college isn't always an option. I know now you've got online courses, which is a lot easier, which is a good step for people wanting to change careers. But please, if you do choose a career, I advise you, make sure it pays a decent wage, because otherwise you are going to struggle. You're going to be stuck in a debt cycle, you're not going to be able to progress, and it's going to make you miserable. So yeah, just do some research and really make sure it is the right career for you before you commit to anything.